Thanks for those kind words, Senator Scott. My name is Congressman Pete Stauber, and I proudly served as a law enforcement officer in my hometown of Duluth, Minnesota. As someone who swore an oath to serve and protect my community, I was devastated watching the video of George Floyd dying at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer who swore that same oath. What I saw in that video goes against everything I stood for as a police officer. George Floyd's life mattered, and the best way to honor his memory is by enacting meaningful and lasting change within policing. Over the past few weeks, my colleagues and I have had healthy discussions about the most effective ways to enact this much-needed change. As one of just a few members of Congress who has worn the local uniform, I am proud and eager to take part in these discussions. I believe that lasting change begins by implementing community policing standards at police departments across this nation. When community policing practices are properly implemented, you end up policing with your community rather than policing your community. It is a method that builds trust. In order to make real progress on public safety, we will need to restore trust between law enforcement and the community they serve. This legislation will do just that. I believe with every fiber of my being that law enforcement is necessary, and that the overwhelming majority of men and women who serve in law enforcement are good and moral people. The police officers who I have had the privilege of working with over the years, they head to work every day and make great personal sacrifices to keep their community safe from harm. Rather than defunding the police, which will only make our communities less safe, we must work to increase transparency and accountability within policing, with helping our heroic police officers safely perform their jobs. The communities around this country are not wrong in their calls for justice. However, there's a way forward that brings our law enforcement officers and their surrounding communities together for the betterment of our society. Yesterday, President Trump took decisive action to foster closer ties between law enforcement and the communities they serve. I applaud the President for working to restore trust and unite our nation. The President has taken action, and it is now our turn to act. I am incredibly grateful to be working with Senator Tim Scott and so many great leaders in Congress on these much-needed reforms. Our nation is calling for change, and I am confident that we will rise to the occasion. Thank you very much.